Do you hear me well? Do I look good? Perfect. So, okay, this conference is strictly 18 plus. If you're 18 plus, move closer. I want to introduce myself. I think it's important that you know who is talking. And I will do it through the means of introducing some interesting, funny facts about me. I started my first business when I was 16, maybe even a little bit younger. I was selling like handmade greeting cards at the store of my boyfriend's mother. They were really not well done. I am absolutely not a manual person, but I was sassy, so that worked quite well. I traveled 43 countries. Apparently it's important because you're all nomads. For, I don't know if it's a lot, not a lot, that's the fact. I organized once occasionally 1,500 participant online conference that lasted for a month. We were expecting 100 to 100 people max, and finally it was like a blast, and it was super complicated but very interesting. I launched a mobile application for an online school, and it's still downloadable in the App Store, so I have this experience as well. Published a textbook of 100 pages for another online school, and did all the hassle with importing it, taxes, duties and stuff, so had this experience as well. And with my last client, I managed a factory that produced nail polishes, which was another kind of experience. So that's about me, but all that I did for other people. So I have always been the producer for other people who were face trading. So I don't know if you understand the notion. People were the stars, and I was always behind doing the operations, the marketing, and the partnership, but I have never been myself on the stage, as a main character. And now I decided to change it and become a star of my own cartoon, and it's a little bit of bragging time. I launched my online course on how to do online courses as an expert. Just as somebody is interested, at the end, I will offer for the most motivated the opportunity to test it absolutely free, because I want a feedback and I want to know how you feel about it. Now we go to the topic. And some downloadables if the information is not enough, if you want some more, and what I'm going to show will be not enough advanced. What we will discuss today, so that you know the agenda. So first of all, we will talk about the key preparatory things for the online informational product sales funnel. Because the sales funnel can be absolutely greatly automated, super advanced. You can put whatever you want inside of it, but there are several things that you have to prepare in advance for it to work better. So it's personal branding, the offer, the traffic, and then I will show you the main steps of the funnels and profit maximizers. This is something that people normally don't do. We will talk about conversions and money. I like talking about money, and I will try to give some case studies in between, depending on how much time we have, but we'll try to make it real, so that you see what I mean. But before that, I want to know you better. Who is here considering themselves as an expert in their field? Cool, all of you. Great. And who is actually promoting themselves via social networks as experts in their fields? Face trading. Why not? Why not? Just tell me, just shout.
Fear.
Fear of what?
Judgment.
Okay, what else? Fear of speaking to me now. To give me, why not? Very nice.
Lots of extra work.
Lots of extra work. Okay, what else?
SEC regulations.
Okay, I have the experience of launching whatever kind of online products. Okay, whatever you can imagine, I did it already. And as well, we launched products for people who want to teach other people, so preparation of the instructors. And the thing is, most of them, and it's the time when you have to go online with your face, you have to face trade a lot, And the thing is, like, most of them, 95% fail before they even start, because they're too scared to show their faces. They're afraid of being judged, that somebody will say something, that, I don't know, they will say something stupid, they will receive hatred, like whatever. But the thing is, and the reality is, and I want you to know it, and if it is one thing that you will take from this speech, is that shy people are poor people. If you are shy, if you can't manifest, if you can't go out and say, hey, this is what I'm offering, that will not work. So whatever great is your sales funnels, whatever you're doing, if you are shy, you will not be able to sell it. And if you are not selling it, let's say you can be whatever beautiful woman, if you don't go out of the flat, you will not find a boyfriend, right? So this is absolutely the same thing. So I want to give you a quick case study about what happened, like one of the sales funnels we did. It's like very recent, so it's a very recent case study. So the company with who I was working, they were having problems, financial problems, so they, like, let's say, unpopular decisions. And at some point, the company needed to raise funds very quickly. It was end of this year, or last year. And what I did, why is it important, this case? Because it shows you that you don't have all the time to be an influencer or to have a very strong personal branding to make money with online education. You can just make something very appealing, very sexy, that people will understand straight away, and that will appeal just from the name. So sexy offer and broad audience are your first two key factors if you're starting your way as an expert who want to educate others in their field. What is a sexy offer? You know, like, I use it a lot, sexy offer. I like this association, this metaphor. The worst thing that they can do with your offer or your title or whatever you are like promoting is to be creative. The worst. If people want to buy yoga course, give them the yoga course. If somebody wants to buy fitness for bubble bath, sell them fitness for bubble bath. Don't get creative. Offer have to be very clear. Believe me, I did that. We sell very creative offers. Nobody bought it. You know, like, people know what they want. Give them what they want. Simple, clear, very well formulated, and have to target the customer's pain. So people have to need it. Second thing is, you target the broad audience. Here is, like, pay attention. This is a very tricky thing. So basically, if you want, again, if you're the beginner, you start, you launch, you have to address to as broad audience as possible. What I mean by broad audience, that potentially from some large strata of people, everyone can be your client, or the general public in general. All women, all men, all mothers, everyone over a certain age. But what do you do then? You narrow it with the curious. I don't know if curious is something understandable, with the visuals of your advertising or your posts or whatever you are posting on social media. So basically, if you address to young mothers, potentially every woman can be your client, right? At some point of their life. So you make it broad, and then you target, saying, like, for young mothers who want to come back in shape, like 2 months postpartum. Or potentially every person in the world, like, who is entrepreneur here? Who is not? But do you want to? Everybody, at some point of their lives, they want to be entrepreneur. Everybody have this idea that, okay, maybe some point I will quit my job, I will open something of myself. So you kind of target everyone, and then you narrow it by the offer. Like, beginner entrepreneur, you want to open your own business, you want to start something of your own. You have to be mindful with that. I met Tammy the other day at dinner. This dinner, what was connected to this event. Tammy is a crypto taxation consultant. And she is as well giving lectures and making online courses on crypto taxation for tax advisors, for the professionals. And I'm saying, like, it doesn't sound like something that is selling well. Just because your audience is this big. It's like selling online course on how to make sweaters for squirrels, you know? Very interesting, maybe very cute, but your audience is like this big. But who is interested in crypto? Who have anything invested in crypto? For whom it sounds like something curious that they would want to know more, especially after the previous speaker making $1 million there. You know, I'm surprised. So basically, just compare the two offers, crypto taxation for tax advisors, or pay your crypto tax correctly if you are just starting in crypto, or like don't get to prison if you fill in your tax declaration crypto incorrectly. At this very same moment, you are broadening your audience like multiple times. And this is where you're working on your brand awareness, where you are touching much more people as an expert, where you prove your expertise. No, it's very difficult unless you are a proven expert in something to get to very narrow audience. Try to broaden it as much as you can. It's about everything, whatever you're selling. Traffic, the best organic traffic. We all want to make traffic. Like who is posting on Instagram? Occasionally. Who is posting on TikTok? Everybody's old. We all want it to be seen, right? I mean, to different extent, but we want people to see it, to like it, we need validation, okay? Don't tell me no. We all are like that. And this is the thing that comes organically, and the best organic traffic you can get is partnership. Here, at Nomad Week, don't lose this opportunity. Talk to as many people you can, because this is your way to meet people, to know them, and to probably make partnerships. This is amazing. The biggest project I've ever done, not money-wise, but like traffic-wise, were based on partnerships. This is like, it's complicated, but it's completely worth it. But otherwise than partnerships, than partnering with somebody in collaboration, the organic traffic is complicated. If you're small, it's very difficult to get to somebody's recommendations. It's very difficult to get it grow organically. And this is where you go with paid traffic. So you have to go organic, you have to go paid, you have to be ready to invest in the advertising. And here as well, what you have to do, you have to use a very simple, very understandable visuals. You have to present a very clear and compelling offer. Just as an example, lose weight and be slim is describing the same service, but it's a very different message. And you need to know what people are looking for, to be slim or to lose weight. In the test drive lessons that I'm actually offering you to watch after, I'm explaining how does it work. And always aim the broad audience and narrow it with your visuals and with the ad copy. So there are 3 ways to narrow your crew. First of all, if you are not putting any, let's say, big text on your videos and your photos, make sure that the product is very understandable. That from the first glance, people can look at the thing and understand what is it. Who knows what is it? Like I see the rest are like, you don't know. Okay, of course, sure. Second thing, put texts. You know who the guy is? Who knows the guy? Tony Robbins, he's targeting everybody. Everybody can find something in his programs. But in this particular video, of all the audience, he is targeting like parents. You see it straight away. I would never watch this video, but people who are concerned will probably be more engaged. And this is how it works, targeting big audience, making it narrow with the creo, with the visual. And the third thing is like make the text very understandable. Put the details, make it bullet points, especially if it's a text which is aimed on sale. You know, we are so shy to sell, and their selling is bad, people will understand I'm selling, it's so uncomfortable, people will judge me. No, they won't, it's fine. If you are shy, you're poor, that's the rule. And now I'm going to talk about the main elements of the sales funnel. This is technical, okay? These have to be automated, but, and these have to be present 100%. So sales funnels are the things that can be complicated to such a huge extent. You can add layers, you can add touch points, you can add so many things. But those things that I'm going to show now have to be present all the time. You can't forget like anything of that. This is the basic, and this is exactly the funnel we used to sell this product I was talking about at the beginning. It was the most simple sales funnel. It was that one. It generated like 20K in 2 weeks. I think it's quite a sexy number. Okay, if you like for no name, no face, you launch it, you forget it, you know, like no effort. So your main product. Make sure you have the product which is appealing, which is simple, very understandable, touches people that you want to touch, very clear offer, very clear, like covers some particular pain in their asses. And then you have to have a landing page where actually people can land, click and buy, okay? This is the very minimum, okay? You can add thank you pages, second thank you page, but landing page have to be present, okay? This is the bare minimum. Then you do the visuals. I call them creos, I don't know. Like today I was communicated that it's not really English word, but like visuals for your ads or for your promos or even for your organic posts. They have to be ready, and you make as many as you can and make them various. Normally I do around 30. And then I switch off what doesn't work. But if you have at least like 5, it's already okay. Make it different. One, for example, depicting the product itself. One depicting something from the insides. You can make your talking head, add clear texts, add bullet points, make a nice text under. And also check different placements. Stories, reels, posts, TikToks, whatever works for you, whatever social network you're using. I don't know, YouTube, whatever is your favorite one. Next step, like after main, people land on your landing page, there are 2 outcomes, okay? They buy, they don't buy. Logical, right? Only 2 ways. If people buy, this is a step that a lot of people underestimate, is profit maximizer. Be ready to directly sell something more. Normally it's like one-time offer or something additional. It doesn't have to be every time some additional product. It can be a longer access, a personal consultation, maybe a downloadable PDF, maybe a physical thing, the artifact, something that you can send, or maybe like the access to the chat, or like whatever. Not every time you have to hustle and create something extra. Sometimes you can just add some value. And this is something that will maximize your profit to a certain extent. Second thing, make sure that the platform you are using allows you, and there is a functionality to collect and segment people who created the order but didn't finalize the payment. This is very important because you never know why people don't who sometimes put something in the basket and don't pay straight away. Who needs to think? Like, I will put 5 pairs of shoes in my basket and will like look at them from time to time, right? Or like, for example, I will just put it in the basket for it to don't forget, but then somebody called me, or I don't know, I had a food poisoning, or a child, not mine, but somebody's child is like screaming, or I need to go somewhere, or my favorite movie is starting, or just fell asleep. So there will be 1,000 reasons why people didn't finish to pay, and maybe not because they don't want. So reminding them, hey, you didn't finish the order. Is there a technical problem, or should I tell you some more information? It has to be programmed. At least twice you remind, and one time you do a downsell. As a downseller as well, not to hustle to invent something else. You have one, if you have only one product, fraction the product. Take a part of your product and sell it as a downseller. Okay, you don't want to buy everything. Try it for 3 days, try part of it, try something of it for 10% of the price, and then you can buy the full. Works well. If you speak about the numbers, first of all, let's start like from your careers to your landing page, the click-through rate will be, in the best case scenario, around 1%. Okay, of 100 people, 1 will click. And this is like important to know. If you're showing to 20 people, nobody will click. You know, if you show it to 100 people, 1 will click. If there are people who are already on your landing page and who already created the order, your conversion to sale have to be around 40%. If the product is supposed to be sold like that. Because just logically, if the product costs 5K, it's not a click sale, right? But if it's something like 50 bucks, from click it should be 40% conversion rate. If it's like 30, the worst. If it's less than 30, you need to change something. You need to see where your funnel is not converting. Wrong information, not enough information, bad creatives, bad visuals, something is not working. It should be around 40%. It's a good conversion. It may not be this high all the time, but it should be like that at your best and best moments. Your profit maximizers, 10 to 15% will go for the upsell straight away. So imagine if you don't do that, you will lose like this amount of conversion. And around 5% will buy from the reminder. This is also quite a powerful tool. So you can actually upsell up to 20-30% more if you do the reminders and if you do the one-time offer, the product maximizer. This is the bare minimum. If you don't have that, you're not selling anything, like 100%. Normally, I also like to add something free, a freebie, so that people can still leave their contacts and that you can send something like a reminder or a teaser or like a small kick to people who didn't even click to create the order, but they downloaded something from you, a lead magnet. Do you understand the concept of lead magnet? Are you sure? Because for me, like it sounds so, obvious, but I actually see that a lot of people don't understand the concept. So lead magnet and how it is different from just a free content. Free content, just you give it freely. Lead magnet is something that you exchange exclusively if the person gives you contact information. So this is the crucial difference. No email, no sugar. So this is a great thing to add something downloadable and cool, to have a third segment of people who didn't even click, who didn't even put things in the basket, but you know that they're aware of your website. And this adds quite a large amount of audience there to heat up. The conversion rate there will be lower, but still, a couple of percent, still money. And I want to show you some numbers. This is actually how we trace on a daily basis what we are selling. That was the last project. We did it in December or January, like really latest. On everyday basis, we were tracking how much did we invest and how much it was converted. And when conversion was less than 50%, it was red, more than 50%, it was green, So we were sticking around like 40-ish percentage every day. What is important to see there? This is a number I was talking at the beginning. 606 orders, not like orders, not sales. Okay, I think sales was around like half of it, 300 something. Payments were 23K. We spent around 3.9 for the ads, and we made a 19,000 profit, and it was like 2 weeks campaign. On an absolutely cheap, absolutely out of the blue product that wasn't prepared, that wasn't advertised in the profile. It was pure, like exactly the sales funnel I showed you before. Combined it, made landing page, make curious, go for it. Profitability, and like how much should you expect to win back? This is very important to understand that there are no figures that you can rely on. Industry is different. If you are selling houses or online courses like how to cook a cake, it's a very different conversion rates. But even if you speak about X2, if you like double the investment, if you invest $500 and you receive $1,000, in my world, it's not worth lifting the ass from the couch. But if you invest 20K and you get 40K back, so 20K income is kind of, it's sexy, right? But you have to aim at minimum X3. If you invest a K and you get 3 back, that's something that is already worth an effort. My best result was like X9, but it was like super complicated, huge sales funnel with like 1,000 points of contact, everything you can imagine, and yeah. X9 is also possible. That was a really great result. One more takeaway that I want you to take from this speech, I'm finishing up. If you want to build a bridge, you don't wait that the river comes to your village. You be proactive, don't be shy. You act, you post, you publish, you make yourself visible, you try to engage as many conversations as you want, and everything is possible if you are proactive. Ask the previous speaker, he knows, When you want something and you act to this direction, it's all possible. I made this course. I'm normally planning to make 5 models. It's going to be quite technical on how to make the automations. And for the moment, I recorded the first part of it. And it's available, it's for free. You can just watch it on my website. But I want you to follow me on Instagram and ask me on Instagram how to get there, because I want to grow my following as well. Videvik, Life with Vika, this is my Instagram. So address me. I really like to be followed on Instagram. You're free to do that. And as well, I prepare the downloadable, so at the same website you can download the like 24-page PDF where I explain, I give a couple of case studies, I explain what exactly the checklist for launch, what exactly have to be ready before you start. And I give 2 more sales funnels, which are a bit more complicated and serving different model of selling, like the webinar model and an expensive product model, so which can be quite interesting if you already have the experience with launching. And yeah, I'm open if you're an expert who is ready to shine and who is not waiting for the river to come to the village, and I'm ready to answer all your questions.